Okay, solve for the variable in each of the following equations. Okay, that is the first example. 2x plus 1 is equal to x plus 7. So this is different, right? We haven't actually had where we have an x on the one side and on the other side. So guys, what we're going to have to try and do every time, if it's saying solve for the variable, what variable am I working with here? X. So we want our answer to be x equals a number, right? So we need to try and have variable, or rather say variables, on the left and then numbers on the side, because that's what we want to end up with. We want to end up with our variable on the one side and the number on the other side. So basically this plus 1, do I want the plus 1 on the left? Plus 1, do I want the number on the side? No, so I need to move it to the other side. I need to do the opposite of plus 1 so that I don't have it on the left. And this x, do I want this x on the right hand side? No. So I need to do the opposite of this x so that I have it on that side. Okay. I'll do it in multiple steps. Eventually, when you are more comfortable, you can do less steps. I'll show you that later on. Let's first think, what is the opposite of adding 1? Subtracting 1. Okay, so I'm going to have a 2x here equal to, now guys, on the other side, I need to write that x again, right? I have an x on that side, so I can't leave it out just because I don't want it there. I do have to write it. I have an x and a plus 7, but now I must subtract 1. Okay, so now I have 2x equal to x. What is 7 minus 1? 6. So plus 6. Okay, so the top part is done. The first arrow we've done. All right, and I think we all are capable of doing that at the top. Okay, we know the opposite of adding 1 is subtracting 1. Now this x, guys, we need to now get rid of the x here. So now we need to think, what am I doing with x over here? Am I adding it, subtracting it, multiplying, dividing? What do you guys think? What number is in front of this? Oh, yeah, well, what number? What sign is in front of this? A positive, hey, positive x. So I'm adding x on this side. What is the opposite of adding x? Subtracting x. So I now need to have my 2x, but then I must minus x from the other side. And I'm left with a 6. So what we normally do with a number is, you know, when we're trying to get rid of a number, we now have to do with the x on that side. Yes. Yes. Okay, what is 2x minus x, guys? Yeah. X equal to 6. There we have our answer. Right? Variable equal to a number. Okay, so it's the same concept, guys. We now just need to apply that concept of doing the opposite operation to when we have a variable on the side as well. Okay, let's do another one. So this arrow was showing that the plus 1 must go to that side, and this arrow was saying that the x must go to this side. You want all your variables on the one side and all your numbers on the other side. Yeah. Yes, that's what Aaron was asking you. You could do it as well. Okay, all fine. Any other questions? All right, number 2. Let's do 3y minus 6 equal to 4 minus y. Okay, I want to get rid of this minus 6 here, the number I'm going to the other side, and the minus y on this side. I don't want any y's on the right-hand side. The minus y is going to have to go to this side. So we must do the opposite operations for both of those. What is the opposite of subtracting 6? Adding 6. So we're going to have 3y is equal to 4 plus 6 minus 1. Right? The opposite of subtracting 6 is adding 6. I'm doing a practical. What is 4 plus 6, guys? 10. Okay, so I have 3y equal to 10, and then I still have that minus y in. Now, what am I doing with y here? If it's a minus y, I'm subtracting y. What's the opposite of subtracting y? Adding y. Good. So I have to add y to the side. So that is then equal to 10. Now, what is 3y plus y? 4y. Okay, so 4y is equal to 10. I still don't have y equals to a number, right? I still need to get rid of the 4. What's the opposite of multiplying by 4? Dividing by 4. Now, guys, does 4 go into 10? Not exactly. That's what I mean. Sorry, does 4 is 10 divisible by 4 exactly? No. So you can write 10 divided by 4 and then do that calculation. But I would actually suggest that you say 10 over 4 because you're not going to get a whole number, right? And you say 10 divided by 4. What is this? Can I leave my answer like this? 10 over 4. Can I simplify that? What number goes into 10 and 4? 2. Again, guys, you don't have to show this divided by 2 things. Just do this in your head. So what is y going to be? What's 10 divided by 2? 5. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. 5 over 2. Now, guys, we haven't actually done any examples where we got a fraction as an answer, hey? But it is possible. 5 over 2 is a number, all right? So we do need to be prepared for that. Okay. So whenever you have to do this kind of calculation, where you have a number and you must divide it by a number that actually doesn't divide into exactly, you're going to have to write your answer as a fraction. Okay, and simplify that fraction. If it was like 10 over 3, that can't be simplified. You can just leave it at 3. Okay, but 10 over 4, we can simplify. So you have, yeah. Sorry. All right, any questions on this one, guys? How are we feeling? Is this much more difficult than the ones that we've done before? Yeah, okay. It is basically the same thing, all right? But now we need to think of number and variable. Okay, let's do another one. Number 3, I'll just do here on the side. And then I'm going to give you guys a worksheet to work on your own. Let's do negative. Okay, let's do that. So we have negative 2a plus 1 equal to 4a minus 11. Again, we're trying to get variable on the one side and numbers on the other side. Okay, so here we want to move the plus 1. And then we're also going to have to move that 4a. Guys, obviously when you're doing this, you don't have to do the arrows. Okay? I'm just doing it for the example. So that you can. Please write them down as part of your example. So when you look back at these examples, you know what to do. Okay, let's do the plus one first. That's the easiest. What is the opposite of adding one? Subtracting one. So we have our negative 2a equal to, what did we have here? 4a minus 11. Now we must minus 1. Again, guys, this actual thing of showing the minus 1, you don't have to do. Okay. You just say, oh, I must minus 1, negative 11 minus 1. Guys, there's a lot of talking. Let's focus, please. What is negative 11 minus 1? Negative 12. You guys see how all the work that we've been doing, right, in the past, like we started with negative numbers, now it's creeping into all of this new stuff as well. Okay, that's what happens with math. All the topics kind of start going into each other. Okay, 4a. What's the opposite of, let's quickly think, what sign is in front of the 4a? A plus, right? It's adding 4a. What's the opposite of adding 4a? Subtracting. So I'm going to say minus 4a on the other side. And I have my negative 12 here. Now what is negative 2a minus 4a? Negative 6a. And that is equal to negative 12. I just want a. So what am I doing with the negative 6 here? I'm multiplying, so when I move it, right, the opposite of multiplying by negative 6 is divided by negative. There we go. Sorry, my word's also leaving me. All right, so you can say negative 12 divided by negative 6. Or guys, if you want to, you can write this as a fraction. That might be easier for some of you. Fine, it means the same thing. All right, what is that answer? Firstly, what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, so A is equal to 2 for that. All right, I'm going to hand out a worksheet now. Worksheet, you are going to see your face. Please, you don't like this man. Okay, on this worksheet, guys, I would like you to do numbers 1 to 7. Please. Numbers 1 to 7, guys. You have 12 minutes, 11 minutes. You can finish in that time. Okay, see if you can. 1 to 7. Yeah. Yes. Yes.